All of my blown alcohol cars that I run now have the Pro 600. I think it's probably the simplest, most easy to use, and most repeatable ignition system on the market. So we tested the Pro 600 in Jackson, South Carolina about 2 months ago. Working with MSD and Holly, we made some improvements to it. In Virginia, we tested it quarter mile, ran it on the shadow at the shakedown quarter mile. All of my blown alcohol cars that I run now have the Pro 600. The fastest run we'd ever clocked with a magneto ignition on the shadow is a 363 at 210 miles an hour. Put the Pro 600 on it in 4 runs. We went 359, I think at 210 or 211. We qualified here yesterday, the day before yesterday, 360 at 212 miles an hour. Crew blowers make 50 pounds of boost. They got big fuel pumps. They always try to put out holes on the starting line. You put it on a 2-step, you sit on a 2-step too long, that thing's got a hole out. With the Pro 600, you can have that thing on full boogie. It doesn't have to have a bunch of RPM to make spark energy. Fixed our holes dropping out on the starting line. That makes the car deadly repeatable. You add that in with not having to have the drag on the engine to spin a magneto. No more points box issues, no more coil issues. It's got a durable, repeatable coil. The best thing about it is it's simple. You can literally, and I have done this, install this thing at the racetrack. You hook up 3 wires, wire the coils, plug it into the CAN bus. All the interfaces through the power grid. If you got a power grid ignition, all your individual cylinder timing goes through the power grid. You don't really have to learn anything new to put this thing on. Bolts on. It's lighter than a magneto coil and points box combination. And it's dead fast. This thing will run on a 16-volt Braille battery that most everyone has laying around or already has in your car. You can run it on any type of lithium or AGM battery. What's awesome about this ignition is it draws less current than the competition. This thing makes enough power to weld your car back together after I blow the drive shaft out of it. I would say if I could pick one thing about it, it's the MSD soft touch rev limiter. No more hunting around 400 or 500 RPMs on the 2-step. This thing's 80 to 120 RPMs top to bottom. When you got a consistent launch RPM, you got a consistent race car. Some of these other brand X government grade stuff that's made in wherever, when it's on the 2-step, I mean, are you leaving at 4,000 or are you leaving at 4,500? If you got a car that runs 930 flat, 60 foot on a street tire, you got to know where you're at, and that's what makes this thing so awesome. We first put the Pro 600 on our NHRA quarter mile car in Indy. It got approved for competition use in NHRA Pro Mod. We didn't have a good outing in Indy. We qualified well, ran well, went red in the first round. And then we dominated Charlotte, dominated St. Louis. Broke a connecting rod in the final, but since we put that on there, you can see the performance of the car pick up. We went 573, I think, at 2,000 foot of corrected air quarter mile. MSD and Holly has definitely played a huge part in our 2019 Pro Mod Championship. Team-wide, we'll probably save $10,000 in ignition maintenance this year, and the cost of the Pro 600 out the box is cheaper than a magneto. Everything that I have with a blown alcohol engine will now run the 600 Pro 600.